Today's lesson 6, Phraseography. Before dealing with this chapter, you should know the grammar blocks first that comes in this chapter. The grammar blocks in this chapter, first one, tank or tanked. It is written it above the line. It represents tank or tanked. It on the line represents think. The, that is thick stroke. If you write above the line, it represents do. If you write the same thing tick, it represents dem. Z, tick stroke. On the line, it represents was. If you write the same thing z through the line, it represents whose. Ish, thin, written on the line, represents shall. If you write ish through the line, it represents wish. If you write left semicircle above the line, it represents wit. If you write left semicircle on the line, it represents when. Right semicircle above the line, it represents what. A right semicircle on the line, it represents would. If you write 1/4 of D above the line, it represents O, OH, O, and then OWE. O, OH, OWE. If you write the same thing on the line, it represents he, D, thick. 1/4 of D, it is written on the line, it represents he. Now, let us know what we mean by phraseography. Phraseography is the writing of two or more words together without lifting the pen. The resulting outline is being called a phraseogram. 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 A phraseogram should have three important qualities. That is, first one, facility, FACILITY, facility. The second one is lineality, and third one is legibility. 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 Now we should know what we mean by facility. When we join the words together, we should choose only such group of words which are facile to join. That is what we mean by facility. Suppose a sentence has got 20 words. Just for the fun of joining the words together, we should not join all the 20 words in that sentence. we should choose only such group of words which are facile to join. That is what we mean by facility. Lineality, Lineality, lineality. In your shorthand notebook, between two rules, there will be so much of space. While joining the words together, it should not ascend too far above, or it should not descend ಟೂ ಫಾರ್ ಬಿಲೋ. ಅಂದರೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆನೂ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕೆಳಗಡೆನೂ ಇಳಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಟೂ ಮಚ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಹೌ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಅಂತ. ಲಿಟಲ್ later, Leslie left. If you join, what happens? It ascends too far above. In the same way, it should not descend too far below. Example, chairman in the course of his address to the board of directors said that the. So like this, you should not go on joining. So when we join the words together, we should not ascend too far above, or we should not descend too far below. Next condition, legibility. When we join the words together, after joining them, we must be in a position to decipher correctly the words that we have joined together. We should not get confused with one set of phrase to the other set of phrase or word. For example, if you join these words, what happens? Let us see. I can cook cake. So I, if you write separately, we write like this. I can cook cake. Suppose if you join, what happens? I can cook cake. It looks as though you have drawn a big line. You will not be able to read back the words that we have joined together. So such type of words should not be joined. Another example. Oh, he died, did he. If you write separately, how do you write? O is grammar log. This is he died. After some chapter, you will come across halving principle. Died is D is halved. Did again. D is halved. Did. And then this is he. Suppose if you join, what happens? O. Again he. 1/4 of D. Died. D halved. Did. D halved. He. So it looks like as though you have written D through the line. So if you write D through the line, what it represents? Different atva difference. But actually the words that we have joined together is oh, he died, did he. So such type of words also we should not join together. It is better to write them separately. Now we have to join this phrase. How can they? If it is written separately, how is a gram log? It is written on the line. K above the line is can. D, D and mark the vowel A. This is a second place outline. This is first place outline. Again this is second place outline. So if you are asked to join these three words, naturally a doubt arises as to what should be the position of the outline, because each word has got different positions of outlines. So for this, the rule states, in that phrase, the first word is important. You write the first word in its proper position, that is on the line. The next words, without lifting the hand, you join them. In that process, they may or may not occupy their position. We are concerned only with the first word. And in phrases, we need not mark the vowel. That is why it says it is unnecessary to vocalize phraseograms. Vocalize means marking of the vowels. We need not mark the vowels, but where it is very necessary, then only we have to mark the vowel in phrases. Otherwise, we should not mark the vowel in phrasing. You see these phrases. I am, I may. I am. If you join, what happens? I am. I may. Join, what happens? I and me. Now both of them look alike. Then how to distinguish one phrase from the other? I and am are first place outlines. So here you need not mark the vowel because it is above the line outline. But in case of I may is the second place outline, but here it is above the line. So here you mark the vowel at the middle, A vowel, so that you can distinguish between the phrases I am and I may. In the same way, for me, for him, for me, for him. Both of them look alike. So here, for and me, they are first place outline, they are above the line. But in case of for him when it is written separately, it is written on the line. Now it is not in its position. You insert E vowel at the third place so that you can distinguish between the phrases for me and for him. If in a phrase the first word is a first place outline, then what we can do is, by slightly raising or lowering the first word form, we can see that the consecutive words also occupy their respective positions. ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಸು ಮೊದಲನೇ ವರ್ಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಔಟ್ಲೈನಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋ ವರ್ಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆಯಾ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಮಲಾಗ್. Che above the line is much. Che on the line is which. Che above the line is much. Now we have learnt this grammar in this chapter. Left semicircle, above the line is with. Now we have to join these phrases. With, much, with, which, with, each. Now with is a first place outline. So with If you join, what happens? With much, with which, with each. Now all the three look alike. Then how to distinguish one with the other? While writing with, you write the outline for with slightly above so that shade does not touch the line. While writing which, you write with slightly below so that shade touches the line. While writing each, you write with slightly below so that shade passes through the line. Here, the word with is still in its position above the line only. Only thing what we have done is we have slightly raised or lowered the first form with so that the consecutive words also occupy their respective positions. Now, let us see how we can represent the following words in phrases. He. When it comes in the beginning of the phrase, we should always use he through the line. For example, he, me, he will, etc. But when the word he comes in between two words or at the end of the phrase, we use the logogram, that is 1/4 of D. For example, if he, here it comes at the end, so we use it as a grammar log. If he should, if he should, here it comes in the middle, there also we use it as a grammar log. But he should, when it comes in the beginning, we have to write this. He should, he will, etc. Next is the word much. We know much is a grammar log, che above the line. So we write with much like this. But in some phrases, if we use this as a grammar log, it doesn't give good joining. In such cases, much is not used as a grammar log. We write the consonant in full, that is M and Ch in full, as in the examples, so much, how much, etc. The next is word were. In the previous chapter, we learnt were. The outline is written like this. W, right semicircle, downward. In word were, in phrases, is represented by writing downward or re. When it is written, we use it. Separately, when we write the word were, we write like this. But when we, in phrases, we use either downward or re to represent the word. Wherever downward is convenient, we write downward. If it is inconvenient to write, we write re to represent were. Example, they, here were will be convenient. If he were, here downward will be convenient. If they, here were will be convenient. So like this, we write this were in phrases in two ways, either by downward or by were according to our convenience. Now, the word the, when it is written separately, it is a grammar log, we write a dot on the line. That is what we have learned. Now in phrases, when the is joined to other words, It is represented by writing either adding a downward tick to the previous word or upward tick to the previous word. In your textbook, in page number 27, you can see in the following cases, downward tick is used. Of the, and the, should the, with the, by the, if the, if the, have the, etc. In the following words, we write the upward tick, as in you diphthong above there and beyond. Beyond the, what the, how the, at the, which the, was the, etc. There is a note at the end of the chapter, that is, when D, tick D has to be added to the grammar log on, when we write grammar log on, we write it straight, like this. But when tick D has to be added, you have to slightly slant it to the left side and then you have to add tick D. This is on in the same way, but when it is written separately, we write it straight. But when tick D has to be added, when you have to write but D, you slant that but to the left side and then you add upper tick D. Now, this is about the chapter on phraseography. Now, first you will have to practice these grammar logs. You write one page each, and then in page number 28, the list of phrases are given. You practice each until you can read them easily. Now, after that, you have to take the dictation, exercise 21. I will give the dictation. As usual, I will stress on this point. You have to read the shorthand outline, you have to copy the shorthand outline, and you have to transcribe into longhand. First, try to read. If you cannot make out anything, you see the key and then read it. And try to read the exercise as fast as possible. So with this exercise, now I will give the dictation slowly. You take down the dictation, transcribe it, and then check up with the key. Exercise 21. 1. I may be with you on Monday, the 4th of May. Full stop. 2nd. If you will be ready when I come, I shall be happy to take the ride with you to the show. Full stop. 3. I think you will enjoy the ride and you may take a fair share of the game. 4. How do you like the new book? 5. I think you were right to come away when you were feeling weary. 6. I have had a talk with Webb and Duke, who were both at the party on Monday. 7. I saw Boot today and he will be with us at the show 8. If you should know anybody who can share the work of the opera with us, I shall be happy to know. 9. I have a new camera which I should like to show you when I see you. 10. I shall be happy to see you tomorrow if you can come. Here, while reading, I have read some words together. So they are phrases. So wherever I have read the words together, you have to join them. They are phrases. Now, exercise 22. 1. Why do you think he was aware of the likely failure of the firm? Question mark. 2. I thank you for the tube of color which I think should be all right. Full stop. 3. They deny they were at the tower at the time of the fire. Full stop. 4. I think you owe the head an apology for the way you hurried away on Monday. Full stop. 5. If he were aware of the date, he would, I think, have come with us. Full stop. 6. Kenneth Doyle, whose view all of us share, wrote to say he would arrive at 5. Full stop. 7. I think too much time was given to the topic. What do you think? Question mark. Now, summary of the chapter. Phraseography is the art of joining two or more words together without lifting the pen. The resulting outline is called phraseogram. A phraseogram should have three important qualities: facility, linearity, and legibility. That's all. Thank you.